In 2020, many people throughout Chile, a country in Latin America, stated to the local media that their pet, mostly dogs, and minutes before the devastating earthquake, engaged in absolutely erratic behavior. They barked and hid like never before. Minutes later, during this year 2020, the National Autonomous University of Mexico carried out an investigation whose conclusion determined that dogs are capable of detecting the bad intentions of other people towards them or their owners. In that investigation, the animal's capacity and most imperceptible changes in the tone of their voice, smell of their sweat, to determine a bad intention. This shows us there are many things about animals that we still do not know. And in this top, that will show you 4 evidences that will show you that animals can sense things that you do not. So stay tuned to this awesome top, because my name is Leonore Clay, and this is The Darkest Secret. Today we present, can animals see ghosts? 4 video evidences that prove it. Much of the videos you are about to see were sent by my audience. If you know or have paranormal material that you would like for me to see, do not hesitate to send it to the email that you now see on screen, or as a direct message to my official Facebook. Number 4. The video that reaches out to us to start off this top has already been presented in previous videos. However, it must appear in this top because I also consider it as one of the most shocking records perceived by animals, and also as one of the most interesting evidences of the paranormal. I speak of this record. Do you remember it? The first time this footage was released on my channel, we were all shocked by its images. That pet's previous reaction, that apparent fear, and of course, that strange light that came out of the door. However, there were many subscribers who on that occasion noticed something else that occurred at that time. Look at it again to see if you can capture it yourself. Many wrote to me that at this very moment, the door handle moves, as if someone wanted to open it. I don't know if it could be a defect of the camera, but in fact, it is possible to see something additional. Regardless of this new revelation, this video will remain as a recollection, since something like this cannot be set up. What logical explanation can you give to this? I leave you the original link from the first time we published this video in the description. Number 3. The video that lies in this position came into my possession thanks to a subscriber who tells me of a strange phenomena lived at home, and that involves Ramses, his little pet. Sebastian was spending time with his brother one night, unusual behavior that Ramses was having with an empty plastic bottle. At that moment, he found it funny, so they decided to record the moment. However, it wouldn't be until a few days later, and while watching the repetition of it, that funny moment hid a dark secret. Do you agree with our subscriber that the bottle seems to aggressively approach the dog a couple of times? Our subscriber assures that in his house, they have never witnessed paranormal manifestations, so there is a possibility that the dog himself has moved it. However, the footage clearly shows that the bottle did indeed appear to move on its own. Number 2. If the previous story surprised you, what you are about to see will surely give you chills. What you are about to watch in this post is simply shocking. In my perspective, one of the best proofs that an animal can perceive things beyond our understanding. This story was sent directly to me at the hands of the same person who was filming this record and who today is trying to convince his parents to move out. It all started on a Friday afternoon. He was watching television when his pet suddenly began to behave completely strange. We all know our pets, and we know very well what their personalities are like. We know very well when they begin to behave differently. It is for this very reason that the boy was so struck by what it was doing. He decided to record the moment. The dog had never done that. It was the first time they had seen him act that way, a fact that, without a doubt, would serve as an omen of what would happen just hours later. You see, during the night, the boy invited a friend to his home. Until this day, they had always met on Fridays. That day they played video games and then started playing music, at which point the dog would start behaving strangely again, coming and going from that room barking for no apparent reason. They were trying to record and the barking interrupted, so they made the decision to take the dog out of the room, without knowing what it was trying to alert. Check out the video these guys shot right after.
Facciamo frita al ricolino, Sì, sì, va un quartito va, sì. ¡Allá, cabrón!
Those eyes, that silhouette seen in the video, could it correspond to what the dog was seeing all day? Could this dog be able to perceive a creature that is prowling around this boy's house? Could the animals be the only ones that manage to perceive paranormal events? Could it be that in this case, the small dog was the one that prevents that strange thing from entering the home? Questions that perhaps you will never have answers to. Because his pet is still restless, asks his parents to move out of the home. Unfortunately, his parents do not believe that this is enough reason to move out. What would you do? Number 1. This became quite popular some time ago. You have probably already seen it, but if we talk about things perceived by animals, this video can't be overlooked. A video that has been the focus of debate in various internet forums. A video that was accidentally recorded while a man was spending time with his dog. The man and his partner were having fun in their yard when suddenly their dog began to jump, apparently playing with something invisible. It was then when this man was impressed and took out his cell phone to record.
Oh my god, I got that. I swear to God. Oh my god.
It was jumping and running very attentively to something they couldn't understand. If you look closely, there are trees around, but the dog was jumping into the open sky. However, this would not be the strangest thing about this video. By far, since the man could witness at that precise moment a strange figure crosses the entire courtyard, disappearing as quickly as it arrived. A fact that, without doubting, he related it to the strange behavior of his pet. Do you know what the worst thing is? Years ago in this same home, there lived a boy who precisely liked climbing trees before he mysteriously disappeared without leaving a trace. Could this record have something to do with that mysterious disappearance? Let me know your theories about this and the other videos in the comment box. As this video has come to an end, my name is Leonor Clay, and this was The Darkest Secret.